So I'm originally from North Carolina, but now I live in Ithaca, New York. Are you folks familiar with Ithaca? Yo.
Just Johnny Bones' place.
Oh, Great Lakes. I don't know about the lakes too. Wait, hold up. That's not the Great Lakes. I thought the Great Lakes were Michigan.
Finger Lakes.
Well, he's the one that said Great Lakes. Wait, yo, hold up. Y'all, he tricked me. Somebody tricked me like, oh, the Finger Lake wineries. Yes, okay. And hills. Lots of hills. And weird freaking people. A lot of weird people. Like my first week at Ithaca, I hung out on the commons, right? Oh, yeah. I realized like everybody on the commons either look like Bob Marley, Bob Saget, or homeless. Which is way different from where I'm from. People just look like people. But the thing about Ithaca, it's like, it's weird in so many different ways. And it's got this cool sort of ish school, Cornell. And Cornell is weird too, man. Smart school, stupid stuff. Smart school, stupid stuff. Like they got this place called Ho Plaza. Yes, Ho Plaza. I was there all day. I ain't see not one. Not one. And then I looked around and I was like, oh, it's my fault. Wrong ho. It's actually Chin Ho Plaza. That makes way more sense. Smart school, stupid stuff. Like they're Cornell Big Red, but their mascot is a bear. Like that makes no sense. They should be the Bears, but they're the Big Red. Cornell Big Red. Big Red what? Right? It sounds like the mascot should be a menstrual cycle. Every time I hear that, I expect to see like a big tampon with little arms, like. I swear, man. Crazy, man. And then the kids there, oh my God. They teach their kids everything. They teach them law. They teach them business. They teach them science. They teach them everything except how to cross a street. I mean, the students look like deer with book bags on. It's like, woo! Just crossing the street, man. It's crazy. I hate it. Oh, man. And my friends, they ask me about Ithaca. They're like, what's Ithaca like? What's Ithaca like? And I'm like, well, it's urban rural. And they're like, what does that mean? And I'm like, well, we're from, you're used to deer running across the highway. I'm like, here in Ithaca, they just cross the street. It was one time I was downtown, standing on the corner, about to go to the library, and I looked, and there was a deer standing right next to me. And I was looking at him, and he was looking at me, and I was looking at him, and he was looking at me. And he was like, hey man, push the button already. You see I got hooves. So I was like, all right, you got it, son. Push the button. I was a little intimidated because he was big. But now I realize it was just a deer, it's not an elk. When I become an elk, yes, I'll be intimidating deers. Oh man. I'll be busting through walls of buildings and shit. Like, ah, bam! I'm an elk. Just end up through the wall. Like, y'all got the Kool-Aid Man elk that came through here. Somebody was like, hey, Kool-Aid Man! And then the elk came through and they're like, whoa. That was a mistake. That's funny. Oh, man, that is. I like that. I should write that down. But I doubt I'll go any other places that will have a big elk like this that ran through the wall. That might not be appropriate. So I'm divorced. Yes, I am divorced. And you folks can make some noise for that, because I'm glad I am divorced. Thank you. You know, I think it's funny. A lot of times, like, I tell people, hey, I'm divorced, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, shit, I'm not. And actually, I'm like, you know, man, people are like, always have the question, what is the cure for a bad marriage? What is the solution to a bad marriage? How do you fix a bad marriage? Divorce. That is it. That is how you fix a bad marriage. And like, I was actually having dinner with my ex-wife a month ago, and because we got 2 kids and we were sitting at the table and we were talking, and she looked at me and she got this sort of sweet, loving look in her eye, and she was like, hey, you know what? I was like, what, baby? And she was like, if I knew how good this was, I'd have divorced your ass a long time ago. I was like, me too, baby. Me too. But I have 2 kids. I have a 15-year-old daughter and a 15-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old son. And I love doing comedy because this is a way for me to get away from them. I love it. I love it. I told somebody, hey man, I like comedy because it helps me get rid of my kids. And they're like, oh man, teach me how to do that. And it's tough having kids, man. So I remember I was like the first out of all of my group of friends to have kids. And my boy, he's having children now. And his daughter is 6 months and she's colicky. And he came to me and he was like, hey, Kitty, I don't know what to do, man. She's just crying all the time and crying. I can't sleep. What they said is true. Kids should go with instructions. I was like, man, you wait about 4 more months. You're going to wish they came with a damn receipt. Shit. That's part of the reason why I'm divorced now. My ex-wife always caught me trying to put them back. Trying to put them back, man. And my mama used to tell me, my mama was like, you know, man, once you have kids, they're going to teach you something about yourself. They're going to teach you something about yourself. And they have. My kids have taught me that I hate kids. and not like all of them. Just the ones I can see. Just the ones I can see. And I try to do cool things with my kids, you know what I'm saying? I try, but they test me. They test me. Like my daughter, like she got in trouble and I was shouting at her and she got quiet and she looked at me and she said, Daddy, what's love? And I said, love is that chemical reaction in my brain that's going to keep me from killing your bad ass. Now get in that room right now. Room right now. Kids are weird, man. Kids will make you rethink all types of stuff. Like your views on abortion. They will. I've always been pro-choice. I have. But my kids they've made me rethink late-term abortion. Like I always used to think, you shouldn't go past 10, 12 weeks. Now I think we should be able to abort children up to 18 years. I'm sorry. Y'all don't know my kids. But y'all know what would happen if we could abort kids at 18. We'd have a whole bunch of well-behaved 12-year-olds. And then you wouldn't even have to do it. You wouldn't have to do it. I just invest in 10 headstones. And then take my son out. And be like, you see that? Them was your older brothers. They ain't listen neither. They have to take you out. And you know your mama crazy. And be like, oh, I won't do it. And you'd be like, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, well, I just had a brain freeze. Wait, hold up. Let me drink this alcoholic beverage to release. Oh, yeah, cheers. But my daughter's at the age where she likes to roll her eyes. Anytime I ask her to do something, she wants to roll her eyes at me. I'd be like, Sankofa, go clean your room. And she'll be like, and I'll be hot. I'll be like, what? Don't you roll your eyes at me? Now go clean your room. And this time she don't roll her eyes at all. She just keep them real straight and roll her whole body around them. And I was like, oh, that's sort of funny. Let me write that down. And then as I was practicing trying to roll my eyes in the mirror, I couldn't roll my eyes. I was trying to roll my eyes. I just couldn't do it. I'd be like, I just couldn't do it. So I was like, Sankofa, come here. How you roll your eyes like that? She was like, oh, it's easy. In your head, you just got to think motherfucker. Oh, man. I was like, you got me. And I try to do cool things for her. So my daughter, for Christmas, she was like, all I want is an iPad 2. All I want is an iPad 2. All I want is an iPad 2. So I'm like, I got you. So for Christmas, I got her an Etch-a-Sketch with a Polaroid camera attached. I was like, Snapchat that? What? Yes. That's what I'm saying. If you're worrying about your children, we want to protect them from stuff like sexting. We need to get them Polaroid camera phones. Cause then they couldn't do nothing in silence. They be in the bathroom. And then you just hear it. Be like, what you doing in there? They be like, nothing. Can I get a stamp? And then they'd be like, hey, what's a post office? I can see my daughter trying to shove a Polaroid in a computer. Like, how do I mail it? What's going on? What's going on? Well, it's funny. Like I did a show at a senior center, and it was some young people interning at the senior center, and they had no idea why somebody would need a 2-cent stamp. We were like, yeah, 2-cent stamp. And I was like, what would you do with a 2-cent stamp? And she was like, I put it on a letter. And we'd be like, and it gets sent right back to you. But it was just interesting, like how people don't know things intergenerationally. Like, young people didn't know how to use a stamp. The older folks didn't know how, they didn't know how to use the iPhone. And I really didn't know how much intercourse old people had.
Go to the villages in Florida.
And what's funny is all these old people laugh and they're like, yeah. Like I did the show at a senior center, and this was weird. It was like a college dorm for old people. And I went in the bathroom, and in the bathroom was this big wicker basket with condoms in it. And I was like, okay, that's a mistake. Then I went in the laundry room, like we got a tour in the laundry room, there's a big wicker basket with condoms in it. And I was like, whoa, somebody's making a lot of mistakes here. Then I went into they showed us the computer room. Whole bunch of dusty computers and a big basket full of condoms. So I was like, hey, why all the condoms? And one of the old ladies looked at me and was like, Sonny, at your age, if you don't know, you don't need to ask. I got up and I started the show. It was an old dude in the back who kept on looking at me like, and I was like, hey, what's wrong? He was like, when I saw you come in, I thought you were selling Viagra. I was like, no, but do you need some? He'd be like, yeah. I'll be like, holla at me Wednesday. I'll come bring you some. But I was surprised, and I looked around, and it was a whole bunch of like older ladies, and then like these 3 guys, and I was like, wait a minute, like, if it's just all y'all women and you 3 guys, like, and I looked and the ladies were like, yeah. And the dudes were like, yeah. I was walking out the door, one of the old guys whispered, help us. Us. And one of the ladies was like, please. And I was like, no way. Oh man. I really feel like we have made a bond here. Like we have, yeah, like if I see you on the street now, I can ask you for money.